Love it. This is big time.
And the only girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. So is that Tony on stage there?
Mm-hmm. Okay, what is the name? Come here. Viet Live? Okay. Viet News Live? Okay. I'm here. Which one? Which one? Okay, I found it. Yes.
Wow.
So you have to give this to your people right there. Screenshot and then probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Screenshot. Yes. Wait, the door is open.
1 second, 1 second.
Tell him that.
Wow.
Let me get my phone. Hold on. So I can name. I know their name. Okay, never mind. Middle. Middle, tell me, right? Okay, we're ready. Go ahead.
Okay. Should I move my papers?
Oh. It has to close. Jackson, it's open. The man, open it. The old man. Maybe lock it. On the top.
Mr. Jackson.
I love that man. Hi, this is Arielle Live TV, Global Live TV. I have so many live, but anyway, what I to do is my co-host today. Say it.
Hello, this is Hamilton Lewis with Global Live TV.
I have so many live. But anyway, how are you today? I'm glad you came here today, and I'm glad that you got here safe. So
Thank
how
you.
was the trip, by the way, from New York to Los Angeles?
The trip was very good, very smooth, and I'm grateful I could be here.
Awesome, awesome. But anyway, let's discuss what's going on today. How do you like it so far that you get to meet the team of Global Community Foundation, and this is the one that's going to be happening this Sunday, September 16, 2018.
I am very impressed with all the team members I've met so far, and especially getting a special private education from Tony. It's been remarkable.
Yes, it's so nice to team up with intelligent people, experienced people. You can learn from them. Maybe I'm different. I'm a woman. Of course, sometimes I'm hard-headed, but I can learn. And I love Tony, and he is the mentor. And of course, he makes things happen just like that. I was so surprised yesterday when I arrived. I see the global, communityfoundation.org, and then all the flags. So it's a community. It's, all in one.
Right. It's very impressive, the depth of his contact and his influence around the world. I mean, literally around the world. That's impressive.
Yes.
For one person to have a Rolodex of such high-powered people.
That's why it's so nice to team up and learn from those people, and
Yes.
it's my honor also that I can learn from them, and it's an experience, you know.
Yes, it
Like
definitely
you, we can learn a lot from you, that you're a trader, you know, you trade and you help people to gain their, you know, respect, making money out there, and people who lost their money in the past, you can teach them also. Maybe that's a good one that you can really say something on the event.
Yes, that will be primary focus for the event, because a lot of people guess as to what the markets are going to do, when in effect the markets send you a FedEx letter every day, every minute, every year, every month. And until we learn to understand, decode, and read these messages that the markets are sending, then we have to guess. So part of my commitment to the community is to empower households and businesses and countries to learn how to put the markets on their side.
Wow. I guess they need to know where to find us, you know. Maybe they will tell them later on when we going to start for you to teach them. They can come here.
Yes.
They can come here at, you know, the building of 12522 Brokers, you know,
Yes.
Grove.
The core of the educational process will take place at the community here, the global community. And we encourage everyone to stay tuned and to grab their pens and papers and take notes, because there will be some nuggets that you will pick up along the way that could be very useful to you over time.
That's pretty cool. If we can finalize that today and start the process, by the time we have so many students that probably not just a student, investors, you know, investment or entrepreneurial businesses, all in one.
Absolutely.
You know.
The process goes beyond that of a student. I've often said that a person is only entitled to what they understand. If they do not understand a particular system, then they're not entitled to anything that that system offers. Therefore, it's appropriate to learn, to understand, to gain wisdom, and then to practice that wisdom over time so that they can gain adequate success.
That's pretty cool. Let's discuss about who you are, and, you know, you reached this success, and where are you from? We just impromptu everything that we will do supposed to be, but let's go back in time.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
Hamilton Lewis. You came to the U.S. and
Right.
where are you from?
I came to the U.S. on January 21st, 1981 at 10:30 in the morning with $400 from Monrovia, Liberia, with a dream to challenge the American experience. Part of that dream was to get a basketball scholarship, which happened in only 7 days, where I played basketball, Division I men's championship basketball for Coach Gene Iba at Houston Baptist University. From that process, I studied finance, obtained an incredible amount of discipline from basketball to bring into the financial arena, and I went to work at Merrill Lynch. After 6 years, I decided to quit Merrill Lynch because I read a journal article, Wall Street Journal article, that said the longer your money stays at the Wall Street firms, the worse off you become. Therefore, it was appropriate for me to disengage myself from the Wall Street houses and to begin to go out and educate myself and educate fellow investors to understand how markets really work and how they could better position themselves for success in the marketplace. I built my first enterprise at the tone of $110 million, and now I'm on the second enterprise called Global Cycles Research, whose objective is to, 1, trade, and 2, empower and educate households and governments to understand markets and capture value from the marketplace. So after 30 years of study, I'm beginning to understand somewhat of how markets work.
That's pretty cool. Wow, that's a lot of knowledge to learn. And you get your MBA also, and you went to also teach the University of Texas. Correct?
Yes, I have an MBA also, and I did teach several semesters at University of Houston downtown, the master's program in the ethics discipline. So I've learned a lot from Dr. Carolyn Ash and worked with her very closely over the years.
And also you become professional, college basketball, correct?
Yes, I played college basketball, Division I championship. I won 24 games, lost 7, the best record ever in HBU's history. We're able to go to the championship game, the big 64 games, and my claim to fame was I scored 5 points in 5 minutes.
Wow.
On national TV.
Wow, pretty cool. Wow. So you left 1981 in your country.
Right.
When is the last time you went back in there? How does it look now? Because you mentioned, that it's really like having a war there. What does it look like now?
I have not been back since 1981. The country has been through so many various regimes. They recently had an election, and the football player is now the president. I aspire to make contributions to the country and to several other African countries over time, because I believe the African natural resources could be better managed if Africans were to take part in understanding the pros and cons of how the markets interact with the natural resources, so that they could use the markets to either hedge or speculate in other markets and make some things happen, thereby bringing more capital to these countries and keeping the foreign monies away, so to speak.
Wow. Well, Hamilton will give you more insight what is going on in the near, maybe not future, in the near next month or a couple of weeks from now.
Yes, we will have some specifics in terms of how you can participate actively by learning how you can start exactly where you are and participate in the markets based on your level of understanding, in addition to what you'll learn from us, and start gradually building your war chest of capital so that you can build some independence for yourself and your family over time.
So we can keep them in later on, and maybe we can start, inviting people inside first, and maybe we can make some flyers, brochures, something like that, that people can educate. While we're driving earlier when I pick you up, I felt like, wow, I learn a lot. I like by listening,
Yes.
But I become, I was interrupting you all the time because I get lost all the time because it's so traffic. Oh my God, that's tremendous traffic today. And that woman, she's so mean. She doesn't even want to give us away,
Right.
It's like, come on. But anyway, that's experience today.
Right.
So let's talk about our Global Community Foundation. So as you said earlier, you can really give your contribution to help, what's needed to Global Community Foundation. The main mission is our mission is to empower volunteers to serve their communities, to meet humanitarian needs, to encourage freedom, human rights, peace and prosperity for all, and to promote international understanding through GCF programs designed to raise cultural awareness through education, youth engagement, and career training. So that's what, so many people has to be educated by this GCF. So that's the mission statement. Of course, in every nonprofit organization and any foundation, we need some fundings.
Right.
Like now, Tony is the one who's funding everything for us to move forward, especially the mobile shower. We're going to see that they're trying to finish it so that on Sunday it can be exhibited. And also they're trying, I know the mobile laundry, I think we're not going to make it because we don't have much time probably, but it will push, probably it will happen. So like today, they just made it just like that. Before I pick you up, it's done.
Wow, that's very impressive to have such teamwork in place.
Yes, everybody are wearing suit, and then when we come back, I can smell them because they're all in a sweat, So we're basically expecting a lot of people around the globe that Tony invited. This is probably his buddies in the past, investors, he is inviting some investor, billionaire people, and high-profile people, and the community here in Garden Grove. And we invited the mayor of Garden Grove will be here also. So we invited several, politicians, community leaders, businesses. So we're going to be exhibiting mobile shower, mobile clinic, and we also have a healthy coffee.
That is incredible.
Yes,
That's
so we have
very,
the healthy
very...
coffee also that we want to also let them try and taste it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to create, Tony's ideas is going to create people jobs.
Right.
Because we will going to do a mobile coffee shop. So imagine if we're going to create, because this is also creating job. This
Correct.
is also educating people. This is also understand that it's not just here in the U.S. Before
Right.
you go probably outside to help humanitarian or medical mission, you have to do it first inside of your community.
Right.
Because if you see 4th and 5th and 6th Street downtown Los Angeles, this is a massive epidemic homeless people out there living and sleeping in a tent. So that's why we come up with this one. And I think team up with different organizations. You meet these people, Johnny, Rafael, Raul, Hip, Francis, Jay, John, Tom, so, and then Joshua. They have different, degree or,
Right.
Different talent, they have also different organization and non-profit organization that they are joint venturing.
Right.
So
I think it's an incredible initiative for Tony to take on, because by reaching out, this is such a rich country, and to know that people are sleeping on the streets is very sad. I think it's a great effort on Tony's part to reach out and create an environment where people have the mobile showers and a place to sleep, and just reaching out and especially giving them that opportunity to build some prosperity for themselves.
correct.
In addition to getting the job, which over time disappears, it's important for people to understand that they can create capital through their homes by learning how markets work, because the markets impact all of us. And if we don't understand how the markets work, we might get shocked from time to time.
So if the opportunity is here now, when do you want to start educating people? And maybe, what do you think about that? We can talk to Tony later on.
Yes, I am ready. I am ready. This has been a dream of mine for a long time, to literally inspire people to understand markets. And with this type of a setup, it's just ideal that we have the audience, we have the environment, and all we need are the students to start learning.
We have a lot. That's a student.
And
They're
so
actually ready for you.
We're ready for lesson number
Yes,
one.
lesson number one. So that is the beauty about meeting traders that is very well educated, and of course you can train a lot of people out there.
Yes.
I want to get in. I have to be coming in for free, okay?
Of course. You're the host.
I'm your assistant, I'm your sidekick.
You're the hostess.
But anyway,
you get special pricing.
Yeah, special pricing. Arielle Live TV, live at Global Live TV. We're going to be having a show every week actually. I'm trying to produce more shows for the Global TV. I'm bringing more diversity, different types of hosts, different types of commercial. Maybe you can have that shows about educating people,
Absolutely.
That would be nice, and maybe you can do the forum. Forum is better because people can actually interact with you and ask a question. And
they can ask questions from the audience and basically have an interactive experience, because some people might have questions that they're afraid to ask, and other members of the audience might be bold enough to ask those questions that will benefit other people in the audience. So I think that's a great idea.
That's pretty cool. I'm glad you enjoy meeting our team.
I love it. It's extremely impressive. I kid you not. It's very impressive.
So we're going to start. You
Yes.
know, we're going to start the education. The sooner the better.
Absolutely.
So we can cover everything, and that you're going to be speaking on Sunday. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Then
I will cover. I might even introduce the next week's forecast in advance,
okay.
so that members of the audience can get an idea the specificity of our research efforts in terms of predicting with pinpoint accuracy, price and time, where highs and lows will come into the marketplace. We'll be using the Standard & Poor's 500 index, which happens to be the world's largest stock market.
That's good. What I would like you to do when you do the speaking, you give them the bits and pieces so that they can actually think about it. Hey, how could we learn more?
Right, right.
You know,
that's
then
critical.
Then if you give them the full info, then they will not gonna ask us anymore.
Right,
so
right.
you just give them bits and pieces and then sign up.
we tease them initially.
Yes, we're
so
gonna
that
do
they
the
can-
teaser.
Right, absolutely.
Teaser. Do that so that they can actually, I want to learn more. Where can I invest my money? How could I
Right.
do this?
Right.
You know, why I'm a failure. You know, that's the beauty about it. I
Right.
mean, I'm so happy that you didn't say no to join us here and to come and see us here.
Oh, I'm very honored and grateful for the invitation. I wouldn't have missed it for anything, and I'm excited to be a part of the Global Live TV family and looking forward to a
The global
lifetime.
community. Yes, it's actually all global. That's the beauty about it.
Right.
But you know what? Life can change when people come together.
Absolutely.
But life will not change when people don't come together. For example, let's just use our country now. Democrat and Republican don't get along until today. But we cannot talk about politics, you know, because you know we don't want to say something that until today they hated the president. Until today they cannot accept that he's a president. Until today, Republican and Democrat hate him. Maybe some not, maybe some are. May I ask you something? But of course you don't have to answer me if you don't have to, because since you're a New York guy. So, do you think so he is a bad president?
I think it would depend on which side of the aisle you come from. Some people see him as good, some people see him as not good, some people see him as so-so. From what I've learned, there is a silent coup taking place, other countries against the U.S.
Correct.
And he's in the process of reorganizing that silent coup. And of course, there are lots of distractions taking place to divert people's attention. But I believe over time, it will likely be better off for the U.S. so that the U.S. can delete some of this massive trade deficits that they have going on in the trillions of dollars against other countries.
So, what do you think about China, the tariffs? Why they hate it so much that when he says starting paying off the tariffs,
Well,
and they don't agree with it? What do you think about that?
Well, the China tariffs are such that China has what you call an economic advantage of using extremely cheap labor and bringing goods and services, dumping on the country. For example, you might buy a good in China for $1 and bring it here and sell it for $50. And that creates an enormous burden on American families who are really having a difficult time to make things happen. So I believe it's about time that someone kind of confronts China so that China does not continue its abusive behaviors on countries around the world, because they're doing it everywhere.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Well, Arielle Live TV and of course Hamilton, I just have a little question because I don't want to be bringing the politics into our good shows. You know, but I think you answered it properly. I think it's pretty cool because it's about time that people should, you know, I mean, look as not to take advantage.
Right. There should be a free trade. I mean, equal trade, dollar for dollar trade versus trillions, a huge imbalance.
The reason I asked that because that's your job.
That's part of my job.
Yes, that's part of your job. That's the reason why I asked that. That's the reason why I asked that.
Thank you.
But we don't want to bring politics in there. But it's a pretty good answer. I mean, but people doesn't look at that way.
Right.
People think that, you know, he always go against to what he wants to happen in his country. People doesn't look at it that he has some credit at least. They don't see that way. Because they said he's not, you know, a politician, he's a businessman. Okay, what about the other people that they become a president in the past? You know? What does that mean? You know what I mean? So I think we stay in our shows.
Right. I think that's a safer. We'll stick to the educational format.
Oh, yeah,
encourage people how to decode the markets.
Correct.
Teach them how to identify the footprints of the big money.
Correct.
And trade in harmony with the big money so they can be at peace with their families over time.
Absolutely. Well, so we're gonna capture everything hopefully this Sunday, and we can talk to everybody in there. I would love to stay for the whole day, and what happened is I'm also a line producer of the big event, so I'm gonna be speaking there, hosting. That's going to be Andrew E. and also Rofame, and of course the front act will be there, K9, Hannah Michelle, and then Yanzi, and Long Mejia, Dan Petit, I forgot the other guy, Matt.
These are some famous names.
These are all famous people from the Philippines, especially Andrew E. He's like Eminem here, rapper, or he's like you know, the husband of Beyonce.
Okay.
So, or he's like husband of Kim Kardashian.
Wow.
So the rapper. But of course, a lot of people doesn't like rapper, but you cannot please everybody else. But don't forget to watch on Sunday, and also our Global Community Foundation. That's gonna be September 16th, and we have a lot of people invited, and I mean, there's so many names that we cannot name it. We have telehealth medicine will be here. You're gonna meet them too. So we have a lot of people that really, really wants to be part of it. It's amazing. Did you see all the flags in there?
Yes, the flags of all the major countries are flying above the building. It's amazing.
I know. And also we're gonna be Stacy. Don't forget, I'm gonna see you on Wednesday. So we're gonna be meeting at Temple. That's gonna be Medina Healthcare. They have a clinic there, so we're all gonna be meeting and discuss your, you know, beauty secret, the makeup, the weight loss, many things, stem cells. So you're gonna be. I hope you can be there with me.
I'm not certain for now because of previous commitments.
I know, but I'm gonna be there. I'm hoping to stay there for at least 3 to 4 days to work with Stacy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful.
So this is so privileged for you and I to work together, and I'm so thankful that you came, and then we're gonna go to Las Vegas also. And today we're gonna go outside and meet all of them working on their mobile shower.
Yes, that would be phenomenal.
Yes. So once again, Global Community Foundation, Chairman Tony, and of course, the rest are all our friends that you met today.
Yes.
So
good people to know.
Yes, yes. And stand by, watch out for Hamilton to give you guys an education. He's a trader, and he will teach you guys where to put your money and how you make money, and you cannot lose because of Hamilton.
If you follow the principles, you're very unlikely to go astray.
All right, once again, this is Arielle Live TV from Global Live TV, is sponsored by VietNewsTv, Tony, and the Global Foundation, the Global Community Foundation. And once again,
Hamilton Lewis. I've often concluded that the difference between getting rich and going broke lies within your ability or inability to correctly predict the future trend. Most people say it's very difficult to predict the future trend. However, it is knowing the future trend in advance that positions you for success.
Love one another, and thank you so much for my technical. Thank you so much to my technical director, Jackson. Jackson, thank you so much for being my technical director of Global Live TV. And of course, it's sponsored by, once again, Global Community Foundation and VietNewsTv 20. Once again, we will see you next week or tomorrow and Sunday.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.